RCA Victor and its dealers present Burr Tillstrom, creator of Kukla, Ollie, and all the Kuklapolitan players, with Fran Allison in Kukla, Fran and Ollie.
Well, that's really the truth, Jack.
Was that
I didn't
right?
want to interrupt you in the middle of your piano, but it really is the thing. It really happens. And, oh, you should have seen the first act curtain. It was so exciting. They had, of course, the lighting effects and everything were very good.
Yeah.
But it was very spooky at times.
And you really liked it?
Yes, I liked it very much. I got a big kick out of it.
What?
Hi.
Hi. What are you talking about?
About the bell book and candle.
Oh, that was fun. Wasn't that great? Yeah, it was a fine show. Oh, I'd heard about it so much for so long. Tell me, why is there such a long time elapses between the time the show is in New York and the time it gets to Chicago?
Well, it's a long distance.
Oh, they walked.
Yeah. They walk all the way, I think. Well, it was certainly worth waiting for.
Yes, sir. That Rosalind Russell, she's real cute, isn't she? And Dennis Price, he's a very fine actor. I saw him in a movie once.
I did too, an English movie. But I loved it. I thought it was so wonderful.
Did Fran see it?
Well, she wasn't there opening night, but she... Franny, are you going? Have you seen the play yet?
What play, dear?
Bell, Book, and Candle.
Oh, no.
Oh, it was wonderful. I forgot to tell you about it yesterday.
I know it. I haven't had a chance to talk with either of you.
Oh, it's just wonderful.
We loved it.
Oh, I know it must have been. Was she really as beautiful as she
She's
looks
so
in
pretty.
movies?
Very lovely.
Mm.
And it's a very good play. It's very cute. It's all about witches.
Oh.
Yeah, it really is the cutest thing. And this girl is the heroine. Her name is Gillian, and she's really a witch.
She really is?
Yeah, a very pretty one.
But does it take place, could it take place like today?
Yeah, it's a modern day show.
It's a modern day?
Yeah. And you tell her, Kukla. I've got a couple little things to do. You don't
Okay,
mind,
no.
do you? I'll be back in a little while, though.
And she's really a witch?
Yeah, she's a witch.
Oh,
You look
isn't that
lovely,
wonderful?
Fran. She looks pretty.
Oh, thank you.
Got earrings on. How come?
Oh, I don't know.
Whoa, boy, I bet that won't last long.
I was too interested in the game, I guess, to notice.
Well, they
tell
look
me
real
about
nice.
Thank you.
Well, the way, well, I don't want to tell you the whole story.
Well, go on and tell me, because I like to hear things the way you tell them.
But you see, there's this girl. She's the heroine. She lives in this house. It's an apartment house, and she lives downstairs in this house. And it turns out she is a witch, and her auntie is a witch, and her brother is not a witch, but a man.
What would have...
It's a warlock.
Oh.
A warlock, they call it. And she has this cat. Pie Wacket. I think that's what the name is. Cutest cat.
Is it a really cat?
Oh, it's a really cat.
Gee, that's
And
wonderful.
in the play, you see, it's a story about this witch.
Hi, Buelah.
Oh, dear, how are you? Oh, hi, Buelah. And this girl, you see, this lady has this cat and this pie wacket, and
Is it a kind of a magic cat, too?
Well, kind of, yes. They call it familiar. Yeah, that's right, Buelah. It's a familiar. See, witches have to have this cat, you see. Buelah, why don't you comb your hair before you come up on the stage? I get to talking with my hands, I get all tangled up. I'm sorry, dear, I didn't know.
What's all right?
What are you talking about? About the show. Bell, Book, and Candle.
Oh,
So they have to have a what, Kukla?
I was offered the part, you know.
Mm-hmm.
They wanted me to do the part, but I said no. Mm-hmm. Well, they have to have this cat, you see.
Mm-hmm.
And I was offered the part. Yes, I know, Buelah, I'm sure. And the witches, see, they have this cat, and they can cast magic spells with the cat.
With the cat?
Oh, not always. Well, they did in this show.
Yeah, if Kukla said they did, they
the
did.
way- No, they don't always need a cat. It could be almost anything.
Well, how
she
did
used the cat.
She used the cat.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And then, it was so exciting, the whole thing, the way she did wonderful little tricks. And,
Really?
Yes.
Could you see, like, did things move? And
Yes, well, not exactly, but they snap their fingers and they make their hands go around like this, and then they could shut off a telephone.
Really?
I can do that.
Oh, if I could only do that trick. That'd be a
Simple.
wonderful thing.
Don't pay your bills.
Did
It's the simplest thing in the world.
Oh, Buelah, hush. Did her aunt do tricks, too?
That's not a real trick. Why, back at Witch No. Yes, her aunt did wonderful tricks, but she was sort of full of mischief.
I see.
And she stayed in a place where there were several witches, and they had a kitchen, and they'd mix up these fancy potions, and
Honestly?
those things don't work
Oh, isn't
anymore.
that
That's
wonderful?
all
I think
old-fashioned.
that'd just be great to be able to do
Oh, I
that.
tell you before, I gave
Then
up
what?
magic
What
for that.
happened? Then
Well, Buelah,
Buelah,
don't
I
interrupt,
can't hear,
Fran.
and I want to listen, Buelah. I'm sorry. Well, now go on and tell me.
Well, Where was I? I forgot.
Well, we were saying they were in the kitchen and they mixed up really a potion.
There was no scene about that. They just talked about it.
I see.
And then they could make spells so that all the lights on 57th Street would turn green at the same time.
Really?
Coincidence.
Wouldn't it be wonderful to be driving then? You wouldn't have to make one single stop.
I know. Oh, I thought it was a very interesting show.
Oh, I know it must be.
Got certainly a lot of information about witches.
Did she wear a pretty
Ask
gown?
me, I could take it. Oh, Buelah, please. A lovely gown.
Did she?
Just lovely
Oh,
gown.
she is so beautiful.
I was offered the part
Is
twice.
her hair short or long?
Lily Palmer got it, but I could have had it.
Kukla, Buelah, I'm sorry. Was
They
her
wanted me
hair,
to travel with it, too, but I didn't
was
want
her
to
hair
because
short
I
or
just-
long?
It's short.
Is it short?
It's very short.
Look real pretty?
My hair is long. I know your hair is long. What's the first thing you heard?
Is her hair black?
It's black.
Always looks very black and moody. So beautiful.
It's beautiful.
She's quite tall, isn't she?
Very. Quite.
She walks so
Very
in such a
graceful.
regal manner.
Good spirit.
Mhm.
Oh, I think you're going to...
How was the brother? Was the brother...
Very nice. They're all very nice.
Dennis Price, he wasn't the brother.
No,
was
he was the boyfriend, the gentleman friend.
I see.
Oh, that's quite a story, too.
I bet
I've
it
got
was.
something else to tell you right now.
Mm-hmm.
Did you know I've been working all day on a very special set?
Well, I knew I hadn't seen you all day.
Well, I was working with Cecil Bill on a set that we're going to have for the commercial at the very end.
Oh, how very nice. What kind of a set is it?
It's a Western set.
A Western set?
And I have a very special thing. I balanced something very... I want you to see this now.
Okay.
It's right down in the corral fence, right there, balanced on a loft there. See? The
Well-
45?
For... You did it? You and Cecil Bill?
Yeah, we set it right there. And later on, you're going to see the whole thing. That's the Victrola 45 phonograph, Fran.
Mm-hmm.
The RCA Victor 45. It's complete, and compact, and convenient, you know?
Yes, indeed it is.
That was John Hinsey's hand that just went in there.
He going to work in the set, too?
That's a wonderful little changer. No, he's not going to work in the last set, I don't think. Just
Mhm.
this. That changer isn't that wonderful?
Oh, yes.
That's
true.
the easiest, surest operating player ever designed.
Well, I know.
Oh, it's so wonderful the way you take your 45 records and put them on the top of that large center spindle, and all the changes are made right from there.
It is. It's a wonderful thing.
And then your on and off and your volume are all combined in one control for convenience.
One little turn now.
Mhm. Wonderful volume for a large room.
Yes, indeed.
Permanent point pickup.
I should say it has everything.
Featherweight pressure. Oh, well, wait till you see the one at the closing. Got some albums in it. Some
Really?
RCA Victor albums.
Oh, I know it'll be beautiful.
Very much.
You're very clever to be able to do things like that. I wish I could.
Well, you can do it. I'll
You teach me someday.
Well, that, by the way, the 45EY2 is $34.95.
$34.95. Thank you
Well,
very much.
now, when can we go? I'd like to see the play again.
Well, I'll go any time you say. When would you like to go?
Well,
About tomorrow night,
maybe tomorrow or Friday night.
Oh, that would be wonderful. Something like that has just a little touch of something that's not quite real. It's so interesting, isn't it?
No, and
It's fascinating.
the whole thing hinged around the fact that this girl, who was a witch, you see, cast a spell on the fella upstairs.
A really spell?
A really spell. And he
Did he turn into something?
no, he fell in love with her.
Isn't that great?
Anybody can do that.
Just by a spell that she had?
Just by the spell.
Oh, I wonder how they do
Or if
that.
she can make pogo pumps, I can make pogo pumps.
Come in so handy, wouldn't it?
Oh, yes, it really, and it worked. Of course, that was the whole secret of the play.
Was it, did he have to take something? I mean,
No, I won't tell you. I won't.
just a spell.
That's the whole plot of the play, and...
Did they have magic words? Did she say magic words?
Magic words, electronics, they're the important things.
Where is she?
What is she mumbling about?
No.
Well, no, they didn't, there weren't any exact... Well, there were some magic words, but I didn't copy them down.
And he fell in love with her, and did they get married?
I think after the play, they didn't get married in the
I
play.
see.
I spoiled it for you.
No, you didn't spoil it. Mm-mm. Looked like a fairly sure thing, though.
What was it Buelah was saying a moment ago?
I didn't really pay attention to it. I was so anxious to know what you were saying.
Yeah, maybe... She said something about having to... I'll go find her.
All right, well, maybe I can find her.
All right, I'll look for her, too. Buelah! Buelah! I can't find her. You seen Buelah?
Uh-uh.
Buelah? So long, Jack.
Where are you going, Buelah?
Foreign Legion.
Oh?
So long, Francis.
Buelah, where are you going out for now? It's almost dinner time.
Going out.
Where are you going?
Who cares?
Well, I care.
Lots you do care.
Well, what makes you think I don't, Buelah? We've always been such good friends.
Go to a play to get information about witches, and all you have to do is come to me and listen to me.
Well, that was just a play witch, Buelah. It wasn't a really witch.
Prove it to me.
Well, Buelah, you know how I feel about you.
No, I don't.
Yes, I will. Will you listen?
Maybe.
Never in a million years could there be another you. Why, I would shed a million tears if ever we were through. Never in a million moons could you ever be surpassed. And Buelah, for a million Jews, this love of ours will last. There would be no world for me if ever we should part. Where I go, your name will be right on the tip of my heart. For only once in every lifetime, someone just like you appears. Is there any greater glory, any greater thrill? No, never in a million years. I know that you could make the very finest spells in the world if you wanted to, but Buelah, you're so busy with other things now.
Oh, silly spells they talk about with the cats and all that. Why, I learned that in kindergarten.
Well, I've seen you do things that were just phenomenal, and not a sign of a cat anywhere, Buelah.
Well, I don't go in for those potion things much anymore. I feel that...
Well, you've contributed so many other wonderful things.
Well,
Just look
I
at your pumps, what great things.
pumps and my
Cer-
do-all and things
Your
like that.
do-all, certainly.
Electronics is the magic of today.
Of course it is.
All right. You really interested?
Yes.
Maybe we'll go to the play together.
You want to go?
I'd love to,
Let's just
dear.
go and see how the other kids work, shall we?
All right. And remember, for the best in recorded music...
It's RCA Victor.
Gather round, partners. Your range riding pal, Roy Rogers, the king of the cowboys, has some mighty exciting adventures for you in his new RCA Victor Little Nipper albums. The first one's called The Television Ambush, and what a rootin' shootin' story it is, too. All about how Roy Rogers, single-handed, smashes a big racket. Here's RCA Victor's second new Roy Rogers album, The Masked Marauder. This one has Roy helping an honest sheriff to win an election in Porcupine Creek against some of the toughest, meanest opposition in the West. Both these swell new Little Nipper albums are on 45 and 78 RPM speeds. Both are at your RCA Victor record store now. So saddle up your Mustangs, boys and girls, and ride on down to your RCA Victor dealers to sample some of the fun. The musical director of Kukla, Fran and Ollie is Jack Fascinato. The producer is Buelah Zachary. The director is Louis Gomovitz. The costume designer is Joseph Lockwood. And the technical director is John Nathalie.
Buelah, have you forgotten all your spells?
RCA Victor, world leader in radio, first in television, first in recorded music. Kukla, Fran and Ollie came to you from Chicago.
NBC Television.